What does research paper mean? How do you write it? What structure does it have? In this video, I will give answers to this question. So let's begin. Hey guys! For some background, I'm Valentina. I'm a master student under TU Darmstadt in Germany. What does research paper exactly mean? In basic words, a research paper is a written presentation and explanation of the work that you have done. The main idea behind it is to allow other people, in many cases other scientists, to become familiar with your research. So first of all, every research paper starts with research, but what does research exactly mean? Let's Google it. I really like this definition from the Western Sydney University. Research is defined as the creation of new knowledge and or the use of existing knowledge in a new way and creative way so as to generate new concepts, methodologies and understandings. This could include synthesis and analysis of previous research to the extent that it leads to new and creative outcomes. So generally speaking, research it's some topic, idea, themes that you want to study that wasn't studied before or wasn't studied poorly, and you have an understanding how you can improve previous research, and you did it based on some data set. For any research, you need data and research questions. Here there are no strict rules. You can either start from research question, and then from research question you can try to find the data that can help you to answer this research question, or otherwise, if you don't have research question in mind, but you have data that can be interesting to study, you can start from data and think how you can analyze it and what research question can help you to analyze this data. But very important, don't forget about scientific literature. No scientific work will be accepted without scientific background. So you are not the first one who is conducting a scientific research. Previously there were a lot of other scientists, and of course they will studied the same topic as you, maybe not the same way, but you have some previous people, previous scientists, and you can consult their works so that you can base your research according to their findings. Or it can be not exactly works that are directly related to your field, but for sure there are some papers that you can use to write your research paper. When you have all three components, data, research question and literature, you can actually start with the analysis. I would start with literature analysis. First of all, you need to understand how other people studied this question, and then maybe you can find some problems that was done by other people, or can find some biases or limitations, and so in your work you can point out that other people was doing this in this way, but I think it should be done better. That is why I'm doing this and this. So after literature overview, you can understand what is going on in this field and how to do your research in the best way. And after that, you can actually start with analyzing of the data, because otherwise, if you will start with data set analysis and then you made all the research, you have all your results, all your findings, you're ready to write your research paper, and then you read literature and understand that other people already did it, or did it in the same way. Oh, they did it that, and I can do this also, but I didn't. So you need to do this again, all your research again. To avoid this, I would advise start with literature overview, and then when you have an understanding what is going on, you can analyze your data. Usually the research paper has the following instruction: introduction, related work, methods, results, discussion, conclusion, and bibliography. You may want to start writing your term paper with an introduction, but I would say don't do it. You can ask why, because introduction, it's in my opinion, it's the most important part of your research paper, because the reader should be interested in your research after reading the introduction, so that he continue reading further your paper. And if it's not good enough, it's like the reader can stop reading your paper, so it's not the point. And what is more, there is introduction, it's like an overview of your whole research. It gives like explanation of the purpose of your paper, but do not give exact answers to your questions. And so during your research, you may change something, review your data, review your literature, change your methods. And if you already have written your introduction, in the end you understand that this was changed, and this also, you need to rewrite your introduction. So do not waste your time, write introduction in the end. When you have the whole paper done, you have your findings, data set, analysis, conclusion, you have a whole picture of your paper in your head. So it's much easier to write introduction in the end. I usually start writing research paper with related work. As I said, literature is the basic step when you have a basic understanding how other people have conducted the same analysis. So you briefly overview all papers that are relevant for your work, and also you need to explain why they are relevant to your research, but do not be so long, just briefly explain it. And the second, and also small tip advice, write bibliography at the same time. So like when you're writing about this paper and this paper, at the same time writing the bibliography, what was the book, because when you have written the whole passage, maybe you have 20 papers or 30 papers, in the end you are tired and you can miss one or two, and it will be a mistake. And also after related work and bibliography, you can start with methods part, because also you explain in the section what you have done, how you have done, and you also can base your approach on other researchers' analyses. Also, in the methods part, usually you can include dataset part. Here you explain how you get your dataset, how it was preprocessed. It's really important so that other researchers can review your dataset and maybe later try to repeat your analysis. It's really important as well. The next section is results, where you present all results that you have obtained, but just do not list all the results in a messy way. It should be understandable by the reader. It should be structured so that it's understandable why you make certain conclusion statements based on your results. Usually try to use some visual stuff like graphs, tables, maybe if it's appropriate, some color changes. After that, actually you can start with discussion. In the discussion you usually explain like what findings, what statement you can make according to these results. You should be critical, also mention previous researchers. Maybe it can be some contradictory statements, or you can support other evidences. So finally, you can write conclusion where you overview all your results, all your findings, statements. And after that, as I said before, you can write introduction. When you have, like as I said, the whole picture of your paper, all findings, all is done, you can finally write the introduction. So guys, thank you for watching. If you have any further questions, write down them in the comments below. I will answer them. Have a nice end of the day. Bye.